Hello students, we will go forward. Last classes we have discussed about various forms of Indian freedom movement. Okay, so in this concept, in the last classes we have discussed about moderate stage, extremist stage. In this concept, means in this class we will discuss about Gandhian era. So last class anyhow we had discussed about moderate period. What we have discussed in moderate, that stage is called moderate, which was started from 1885 to 1905. That stage is called as moderate because the demand were moderate. And extremist, the period which is started from 1905 to 1919, that period is called extremist period because in that period Lal Bal Pal were the prominent leaders. The demand were mainly based upon extremist. So they believe that to achieve independence we have to adopt the forceful method, okay, violence method, and that's why that is called as extremist. Now we will discuss about Gandhian era. So why this period is called Gandhian era? So this period which is started from 1920 to 1947, and in this period Mahatma Gandhi played a very important role to lead the movement, and that's why this period is called as Gandhian era. So when the Mahatma Gandhi, when he came to India, Mahatma Gandhi came to India, he have returned from Africa in 1915. Okay, so Mahatma Gandhi went to Africa for the further studies. So after practicing the barrister subject, after practicing the law, then when he returned to India, then in 1915 when he returned to India, so Mahatma Gandhi toured all over the country. Okay, he have toured all over the country, and there he find many problems in India. He was able to find many problems in India, and he taken a promise that he will try to solve the problem. Okay, the first important problem, British rule in our India. So when Mahatma Gandhi came to India, he experimented two problems. One is Kheda, Champaran. So this is very important. Whenever we are talking about the Gandhian era, so Mahatma Gandhi when he came to India in 1915, during that time he was not so popular. But when he came to India, he solved two important problems. One is he experimented the problems in Kheda, and also one is called as Champaran. In both the places, the common point is people are facing a problem regarding tax. Okay, so in Kheda also, in Champaran also, most of the people are facing a problem of tax. So when they have expressed their problems, so Mahatma Gandhi have taken their problem and represented in front of British authority, and he solved the problems. And then everybody have succeeded that he is an agreeable leader. Everybody have agreed him as a leader, and that's why everybody have accepted him as an agreeable leader. So Mahatma Gandhi when he came to India, he solved two important problems, and then the Gandhian era started. So Gandhian era which was started from 1920 to 1947, and at last in this period Mahatma Gandhi have led a movement, and Mahatma Gandhi have led the movement towards independence, and that's why this is called as Gandhian era. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi's period. Next I'll go forward. So this Mahatma Gandhi have played very important role. Okay, so when this Gandhian era was started, Mahatma Gandhi have played very important role from 1920 to 1947. From 1920 to 1947, Mahatma Gandhi have played a very important role. And what is the important point? He have adopted one unique technique which is called as Satyagraha. What is the full form of Satyagraha? Satya means truth. Agraha means holding fast. So Mahatma Gandhi have started a movement which is called as Satyagraha. His unique tool is Satyagraha. Satya plus Agraha. Satya and Agraha. Satyagraha is a combination of two words, Satya plus Agraha. Satya is nothing but holding truth. So we should always follow the truthful way, and to achieve any means we have to hold fast. Okay, if you are holding fast to achieve anything, so that concept is called as Satyagraha. Okay, so whenever if you wanted to achieve any concept, when you are holding Satyagraha, so that is called as truth and non-violence, holding fast. So Mahatma Gandhi played a very important role. From 1920 to 1947, he played a very important role, and he adopted one unique technique which is Satyagraha. Satya means truth, Agraha means holding fast. If you wanted to achieve anything, we have to follow these two important things. After the death of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Mahatma Gandhi have accepted the Congress Leaders Party. I already said you when we have discussed about extremist, in extremist the popular leader is Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Okay, Bal Gangadhar Tilak played a very important role, but unfortunately Bal Gangadhar Tilak died. After the death of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, then the role of Indian National Congress. During that time, Indian National Congress, a party was formed, INC party. This party was formed in 1885. In this party, Bal Gangadhar Tilak was actually the leader. So during 1909, during that period, Bal Gangadhar Tilak was the leader. But unfortunately, Bal Gangadhar Tilak died. So after the death of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, the responsibility of leadership was given to Mahatma Gandhi. So Mahatma Gandhi has taken the responsibility for leading the Indian National Congress, and he became the leader of Indian National Congress. So Mahatma Gandhi have taken the responsibility for leading the party, and he became the member of Indian National Congress. This is one part. During this period, Mahatma Gandhi have started many movements. So in Gandhian era, Mahatma Gandhi have started very important movement. So we will discuss about some of the important movement. The first important movement Mahatma Gandhi have started is civil disobedience movement. So this civil disobedience movement was started in 1913. Okay, this civil disobedience movement is also called as Salt Satyagraha. Salt Satyagraha. So civil disobedience movement which was started by Mahatma Gandhi, which is called as Salt Satyagraha. Why this movement was started? This movement was started in 1930 because during that time the Britishers have imposed heavy tax upon the salt, and that's why this movement is also called as Salt Satyagraha. So Mahatma Gandhi have launched this civil disobedience movement in 1930, and the main reason is the Britishers have imposed heavy tax upon the salt. Salt is a natural resource, everybody have right to use the salt. But during that time, when the Britishers have imposed that salt law, then Mahatma Gandhi have launched this movement, civil disobedience movement. What is meant by that, children? Civil disobedience means civilians. Civilians means people. Ordinary people should disobey the British rule. They should not obey the British rule. That is called as civil disobedience movement. Civilians should disobey the British rule because the main reason is Britishers are not obeying the people. Britishers are imposing heavy tax upon the people, and that's why Mahatma Gandhi made a call of civil disobedience movement. Means civilians which are living in the country, they should disobey. How they can able to disobey? But not following the rules and regulations, not paying the tax. Two things: citizens should not impose. Citizens should disobey the government by not paying any tax. Okay, by when you are not paying any tax, you are disobeying the government. And when you are not following the rules and regulations, then only we can disobey the government. So this is one movement. Second important point is same thing, non-cooperation movement. Don't cooperate with British. So Mahatma Gandhi have made a call. This non-cooperation movement was started in 1920s to 1922. So this non-cooperation movement was given call by Mahatma Gandhi. But whenever any movement was started by Mahatma Gandhi, one important thing is he wanted all these movements should be in the non-violence method. In this movement, Mahatma Gandhi never preached the people to go for the violence activities. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi wanted that whatever the movements which are launched by Mahatma Gandhi are launched by him, that should be in violence, non-violence method, ahimsa. Okay, that should not be in the violence method. So this is one common thing in these three movements. So Mahatma Gandhi preached all the people that whenever if you are going for any movement, you should adopt non-violence method. So this non-cooperation movement was also started in 1922. Okay, this movement was mainly started because the Britishers have started some repressive act. Britishers have started some repressive policy, and due to which Mahatma Gandhi have made a call. And one more reason is due to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Jallianwala Bagh. So in this incident was took place in 1990. So Jallianwala Bagh is a place which is located in Punjab. There we can find there was a British officer known General Dyer have assassinated 600 people were killed in that incident, and that's why Mahatma Gandhi have launched this movement which is called as non-cooperation movement. He asked the people of all the country to obey this movement and not to cooperate with British people. So next point is Mahatma Gandhi Quit India movement was started in 1942. This Quit India movement was started on 8th April. Okay, in April he started this Quit India movement in 1942. Okay, in August. Okay, sorry. Quit India movement was launched in August 1942, and in this movement Mahatma Gandhi have made a call. He have given one call which is called "Do or Die." One slogan he has given: "Do or Die." Okay, "Do or Die" is a main slogan which was given by Mahatma Gandhi. There are many freedom fighters has given different type of slogans. So in this period, Mahatma Gandhi, by launching this Quit India movement, Mahatma Gandhi has given "Do or Die" slogan: "Do something for India, die in its attempt." Okay, so what is meant by "Do or Die"? In the sense, do something for India, die in its attempt. So this is a slogan given by Mahatma Gandhi. Apart from that, he united the people when the British's rule is going on. So Mahatma Gandhi, what he have did, he united all the people. When all the people are facing the British's problem, when they are experiencing the British rule, Mahatma Gandhi have unified and united all the people. And what are the two weapons of Mahatma Gandhi's? The two weapons of Mahatma Gandhi, one is truth and one is non-violence. So Mahatma Gandhi believes in truth and non-violence, and by using the truth and non-violence method, Mahatma Gandhi has able to achieve independence. And we got independence on 15th August 1947, and that day was celebrated as Independence Day. So that's why this period is called as Gandhian era. Because of Mahatma Gandhi we got independence, and this is one of the longest period. In terms of every movement, if you see moderate period, extremist period and Gandhian era is a very longest era, and that's why it is called Gandhian era. In moderate period, when it was started 1885 to 1905, 20 years it has started. If you are talking about extremist period, it was started 14 to 15 years it was started. But when we are talking about Gandhian era, it have taken nearly 27 years, and that's why this is one of the longest period. So when we are talking about moderate period, extremist period, Gandhian era is one of the longest period which was taken places. So that's why at last conclusion, in this what I am concluded that freedom period were mainly classified into three types. One is called moderate period, one is called extremist period, one is called Gandhian era, in which we have discussed about Gandhian era. In this what we have discussed in Gandhian era that from period from 1920 to 1947, this is Gandhian era. Mahatma Gandhi played a very important role. From 1920 to 1947, Mahatma Gandhi played a very important role. He have adopted some unique techniques which is called Satyagraha. Satya is nothing but truth, and Agraha means holding fast. To achieve anything, if you are following the truth and hold fast method, then we can able to achieve. That is that type of policy is Satyagraha. After the death of Mahatma Gandhi, after the death of Tilak, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Mahatma Gandhi was elected as a leader of Indian National Congress. Okay. After that, he dominated the world by three important movements Mahatma Gandhi have started. So one is civil disobedience movement, non-cooperation movement, Quit India movement. In civil disobedience movement, Mahatma Gandhi have launched in 1930, in which he requested all the people to disobey. Civilians should disobey the British rule. By not paying tax and by not following any rules and regulations, they can able to disobey. This movement, civil disobedience movement, is also called as Salt Satyagraha. This second movement, which was started by Mahatma Gandhi 1920 to 22, this is called non-cooperation movement. And third movement, which he launched, Quit India movement. This movement was launched in 1942 August, in which Mahatma Gandhi has given the slogan "Do or Die." Do something for India, die in its attempt. Okay, so this is one point. So Mahatma Gandhi have unified India under the British rule. He united all the people under the British rule. And Mahatma Gandhi, what are the important powers of Mahatma Gandhi? Truth and non-violence. Truth and non-violence these are the two important precious method by which Mahatma Gandhi was able to achieve independence, and that's why this period is called as Gandhian era. So here we have discussed in this topic, okay, we have discussed briefly about what is called moderate period, we have discussed about what is meant by extremist period, and then we have briefly discussed what is meant by Gandhian era. So that is one point. Thank you very much, children. Next class we will meet you in the next class. In the next classes, we will discuss about different policies and plans. Thank you.